Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. It's a nice, cool morning here in the North Florida area. We woke up this morning with some frost on the ground. So, nice, cool breeze. I tell you, I'm enjoying this. I'm loving this weather right now. Loving being out here in the shop because I know in a couple more weeks, it's going to be like an oven out here, no matter how many fans you got running, but we're going to test that this summer. I hope it pays off. I know it'll still be hot out here, but at least we'll have air moving in the new shop. So I've got the electrical ordered for the new shop. We're going to be running power underground over to the backside here. Even with today's new technology, I know there's things you can do with apps and you order online and boom, everything works out great. But I'm sure some of y'all have experienced that. That don't always work like that. So I ordered a good bit of stuff from Lowe's for our electrical. And as expected, they didn't have some of it. I wanted it all delivered here at the house. But somehow or another, I don't understand why. Maybe it's because they had it in stock in the store. Some of it was in stock in the store. And some of it had to be, shipped in. I wanted it all delivered at the house here, but apparently that's not going to be the case. And because they had a few items in the store, I keep getting emails telling me, "Hey, you have items ready to come pick up." So I finally called Lowe's and I says, "Look, I can't come pick the stuff up if you don't have it all. Are y'all going to put it back on the shelf? What's going on?" So even in these modern day times with all the apps and ordering online and curbside, you guys know there's still headaches. There's still headaches with that. So I had to call Lowe's this morning and said, "Hey, don't put the stuff back on the shelf. You don't have all of it. I'm not going to drive all the way over to Lowe's. I don't have a Lowe's in my town, and I'm not driving 30 miles just to go get half the stuff because you keep sending me emails saying, 'Hey, come pick this up, come pick this up.' I'm not going to make that trip till you get it all. It all was supposed to be delivered to my home. How that got messed up, I don't know. But anyways, that's where we are with the electrical. I want to give you guys an update on the Mustang. We're going to get the brake calipers off. Told you from setting up, the brake calipers were froze up. So we're going to get the brake calipers off. Mr. Hyde here and get where we can move it around without the front brakes being locked up. One thing that I haven't done yet is give you a little background on the 04 GT here. One thing I want to do with this car for sure is I want to keep this car all factory, like it come from the factory. I had one of these GTs before. I had I believe it was an 02. It was mineral gray. And I love that color. It was an automatic. Beautiful car, gray interior, which is what I prefer. I prefer the gray over the tan. This one has tan. It's starting to grow on me, especially since we cleaned it up the other day. It looks a whole lot better, I must say. She cleaned up nice. We'll get that seat fixed. But the goal for this car is, when I bought it, I have a good friend that I've mentioned in these videos before. We want to go to Foxcast Media. They put on, in Tennessee, they put on what they call Ford Takeover. They deal with a lot of Fox bodies. That's mainly what Foxcast Media is about, is Fox bodies. But they do integrate with the New Edge because they know that the New Edge is eventually or already starting to be the next Fox body. As Fox bodies are getting very hard to find, these cars are getting hard to find. This is why I wanted this car from the individual I bought it from, because he was the second owner. And like he told me when I bought this car, anything you want to know about this car, just ask him. I worked with him. That was great. Knowing the history, knowing that this car hadn't been through 6 or 7 teenagers with painting up the dash and gutting out the wires. So let's face it, when we were young, we all done that kind of stuff. We thought we were masters, but we really weren't. So this car is nice, it's straight, it's underneath, there's no rust on this car, second owner car. It does have a lot of miles. The engine, the car has 200,000, but it runs great. The engine has no noise. The fifth gear, something happened to the fifth gear, and that's originally why he stopped driving it. And then one day when he decided to drive it, the hood either didn't get secure, something happened, hood flew up, busted the windshield, put a few little dents up there we're going to get taken out. And so he stopped driving it, and after a while he decided to sell it to me. So he gave me the original transmission. He had already replaced the transmission once before. This transmission, with all of them, the synchronizers from second to third need replacing. Pretty much that's all that's wrong with this transmission. A basic rebuild, but the synchronizers are bad. The transmission that's in the car now, he put in, and it was a rebuilt transmission. It really don't have a lot of miles on it. So we're going to get that transmission taken out. I'm going to put a new clutch in it. I'm thinking next week I'm going to go over to my uncle's, which has a lift. That's one thing good for me. I don't really have to worry about purchasing a lift and putting it in my shop. My uncle that lives next door, he is a self mechanic and a great welder, great fabricator. He has a lift, so therefore I don't have to purchase one. Lucky for me, right? And I don't have to work around it in my shop. I can just go 100 yards away and I got access to a lift. That's awesome. So with that being said, I want to restore this car back. I want to get it restored. I only really want maybe some nice sounding exhaust. It has stock exhaust on it now, but I'd like to have some nice sounding exhaust, and that's about the major mods for this car. I really want to get this car completed, redone, back to factory, just like it came from the factory, which it basically is. There's really no modification to it. Just want to get it painted. I want to do a little bit of work to the engine, change the timing chains in the front. They've never been changed, and miraculously it still sounds great. But I just want to make some upgrades as far as parts that could fail on it. I want to upgrade the parts, but the goal for this car here is to drive it to events, like maybe follow along with Sick Week, like the video that I posted. They have a couple shows in Georgia, North Georgia, and into the Tennessees. And me and my friend would really love to go. And there's nothing like going to those shows and actually bringing something to those shows. So that's what this car is for. This is one of the main reasons I bought it, other than I love it and wanted it to drive myself. I want me and my friend, or me and my wife, to be able to go to some of these things. And there's nothing like going to one of these events and actually having something to show in these events. Now, this will never be a what you call a show car. I don't believe in trailer queens. I believe in owning a car and driving a car. If you want a car immaculate, and where you can slide the mirrors underneath and show everybody, that's great if that's your thing. But me, myself, I'm going to drive it. And when you drive it, they get dirty. So that's where we're at with this car. I wanted to give you a little info on it. Like I say, we're getting the calipers for the front of this car here, where we can get it, where we can drive it. But this car here, hopefully, I'm thinking next week, we're going to get it on the rack. We're going to take the transmission out. We're going to see what's wrong with that fifth gear in there. The reason it won't go in fifth gear, we're going to replace the clutch. I already have the clutch. The clutch came in last week, but I just realized that I had never really told y'all what the goal was for this car, and that's what it is, to be able to drive this car to some events, just restore it back to factory, just like it sits, get it repainted, get the interior fixed, and make sure that the drivetrain is worthy to take a trip like to Tennessee. I just think it would be awesome for me and one of my best friends to be able to go to one of those events and actually have something that, you know, we can participate with. So anyway, guys, I just want to give you an update on this car, and especially the electrical. Like I told you, stuff's ordered. Earlier in the video, I just told you what we're facing. Soon as that stuff comes in, we're going to get with it. We're going to get with it. But I can't do anything till it gets here. All right, guys. I just want to do a short video today, update you guys on what we were doing. And you seen where I had played around pulling some dents out that door. Absolutely did not know what I was doing. Watched a few more videos, learned a little bit more. I have a light coming that will help me do better with the dents. And I'm just going to practice on this car right here because it needs painting. I just want to learn how to do that a little bit better. I'll have a part 2 video coming out once I get the light. And we can hopefully, this dent and that little dent that I originally started on, we can make them look a little better. All right, guys. So that's where we're at. I hope you guys are having a great day. We are almost at 500 subscribers. We are so close to 500 subscribers, we can smell it. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope I'm getting better with these videos. I hope I'm making them more watchable for you guys. And also, like I told you, I want to put a little bit of content on here for everybody, from cars to the antique tractor shows, to going to the sick week, to going to the Donald Long event, the No Mercy race. Any little thing I do like that, I'm going to post. It may not, all of it may not be for everybody, but hopefully some of it is for somebody. All right, guys. Hope you're having a great day. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. And as always, thank you for watching, guys.